Hey everybody, Jason from KC Linear Libraries here. Just about to go through the stop motion videos with you all. And firstly, before we start, you just need to find an app for your phone or your tablet. So all we're going to do is go into your Play Store or your App Store and then do a search. And just do a search for stop motion. So you've seen, I've done a search for it before. STOPMOTION. And then press search, and then you'll see a list pop up. It might be slightly different on the Apple Store, but I'm not sure, as I don't own one. But you'll find there's quite a few different ones that you can use, and check out reviews and see which ones you think you like. We'll try and download a few different free ones, and then just see how that goes. Of course, get your parents' permission to do this first if you don't have permission in the first place. But from what I've tried out, I would suggest Stop Motion Studio is a good one, the free one. And also PicPack is also pretty good. But otherwise, give all of them a shot and see how you go. But most of the how-tos I'm going to show in this video, I'll most likely be using Stop Motion Studio anyway, the free version. So once you've downloaded that, then I'll see you in the next video. And welcome back. So how did you go? I hope getting the app wasn't too much of a hassle. But now that it's on our devices, we're good to go. However, before we start though, if your tablet or phone has a case of some sort and it flaps around, probably take it off because it will get in the way when you're filming and it'll make things a lot harder. If you don't own the device, then make sure you ask the person who does if you're allowed to do that before you do it. And then just so you don't get in trouble. And then we can start. And also, if you have very, very smooth hands, the device may now feel a bit slippery, so just be very careful of that. So we are going to now start by going into Stop Motion Studio. Now, if this is the first time you've booted the program up, you'll get a cutout stop motion video, and after that finishes, then you'll come to the screen. Your screen won't have so many thumbnails on it because I've been filming a lot of things, but you should have this one here. So all we're going to do is, to start a new movie, we give this one a tap. And now we get into this editing screen, which is probably what I call it. And this lets you do all sorts of things to the film after you've taken shots. But for now, we will not worry about any of that because we are going to start filming. So what we're going to do is, see this icon up here, this camera icon at the upper right. Give that a press. And you'll now come to the filming screen. All we're going to do for today is, we're going to take a very simple object, anything at all. Doesn't matter what it is, anything at all. And we are just going to make it travel across and turn around. That's all we're going to do. And to do that, all we're really doing is just taking individual photos of the object, in which when it becomes animation, it's called frames. And we're going to move the object a tiny bit at a time and take a photo each time. So let's begin. After you've taken your first photo, you've noticed that there's a bar here on the left. Give that a tap anywhere at all, and you'll see like a ghostly image of your previous photo. And this is called onion skin. And basically, this lets you set up for where the next shot needs to be. So I estimate that I need it to go that far, and that's fine. And at any time, if you find that your image looks blurry and it's not in focus, give your phone a tap where the object is to focus your camera back on there. You may find if you're very, very close to the object, though, your camera might not be able to focus close enough, so you might need to be further back. So I'm going to line that up, make it move forward, and take a photo. And it's tempting to move it really far, but try not to do that because it pays off better when you move it in slow increments. Unless if you're trying to make the object move very quickly, which we will talk about in an upcoming week later on. So I will just keep going, taking that as I go. And now I'm going to start turning. Okay, I'll stop there for now. And if you want to preview a one-off cycle of what you've done, underneath the camera button, take photo button, there's the play button icon, that triangle. Give that a tap and it will play it once for you. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Now, if you wanted to review all the individual frames that you've taken, press that back arrow and that will take you back to the editing screen. And you can see individually what you've done by sliding the frames back and forward, because that blue box is showing you the central frame that it's focusing on. And that's really, really cool. So now we just press the camera again to take more shots. And using our onion skin, I'm going to try and line up where the next shot should be. Move, and I'll take a few more. Okay, now we go back. And that is basically how stop motion works. That's really, really fun. So you can pretty much animate anything that you can think of. But however, so give that a try and see how you go. And just leading up for next week, I just want you to try and play around with, give it more of a experimentation. So maybe have 2 blocks, and I want you to make one move faster than the other, and also I want you to make one go around this way, around the top this way, and the other one just to go straight. Now, you may be thinking, okay, that's not too bad, but there's actually a bit of thinking and planning involved. So in terms of one moving faster than the other, we will be looking at that in week 8. So unless if you're coming in from much, much later on, then the video is probably up. But otherwise, we'll have it up soon enough. We'll be talking about frame rate as well, and that will be part of it. But in the meantime, you can experiment on your own and see what you can find out. So come back next week, and we will be looking at talent/medium, which is pretty much talking about what general items you can use for a stop motion video. And just to give you a hint, it's pretty much anything that you can get your hands on. But we'll look through that properly next week. So join us then, and hope you see something that will interest you, that you can make stop motion movies with. Have fun and take care.